Ladies and
Ian, how
gentlemen.
are you? Just hold on a sec, Ian. I'm the one who's supposed to introduce you. You don't introduce me. It's my show.
All right. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. How you doing, guys? Thanks for coming out. Yep, I got my first guest on talkandfight.com NFL. It's again, he's come back for another segment. We had a segment with him, guys, about a year and a half ago. Was that correct, Ian?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Joe Fraser, I believe, back in
I think it
the
was,
boxer,
yes.
Joe Fraser. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I thought I'd bring Ian back since he was so amazing, guys. Thanks for the likes, the shares, the subscriptions. All the comments have been fantastic. I'm having a blast over here. And this new NFL that we're doing is just getting bigger and better all the time. And look, I got the Savant in the house. The kick ass NFL guy. He knows everything about the past and the future. So let's just get right into it, Ian. Uh, Now, I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, as you can see, my favorite team.
Absolutely.
And I've been a Kansas City Chiefs fan for a long time. For me,
Hmm.
it started when Joe Montana became quarterback of Kansas City because I always liked San Fran when I was growing up. I never liked Dallas, wasn't into
No,
that
I
guy.
hate Dallas too.
Yeah, exactly. And so we want to talk about my team tonight a little bit with Ian. He knows everything about the Kansas City Chiefs, my favorite team, guys. So Ian, let's talk about one of my favorite teams and probably one of your favorite teams, the 1969 Kansas City Chiefs. Take it away, Ian.
Thank you, Neil. This was the last AFL team to win the Super Bowl before the merger between the NFL and the AFL. And they beat the Vikings very decisively in January the 11th, 1970.
Did that excite you in any way, Ian? Were you excited about this game?
Absolutely. Here's the thing: this Kansas City Chiefs team was one of the greatest teams ever assembled, but they were done a great disservice in that Super Bowl. It was a gross insult. The Vikings were favored by 13 points. Now, I don't know if there's ever been a NFL team or any professional team that was done a more a greater, grosser insult than that. Because if anything, the Chiefs should have been favored because they had the superior talent both on offense and
We always
defense.
have the superior talent. We're the Kansas City Chiefs, Ian. You know that.
Absolutely. And it starts with their quarterback, Lenny Dawson, who had a Hall of Fame career. And that year, they won the first couple of games, and he got injured with a serious knee injury that sidelined him for half the year. There was concerns
Wow.
that he would be sidelined for the entire year. They went with
Wow.
Jackie Lee, their backup, for a while. He got injured, and they had to go with Mike Livingston. They had to
Oh.
depend on their defense to carry them through. And it was a defense for the ages,
Okay,
comparable to
who's on
any of
the
the great.
defense? Ian, who's on that defense? And actually, what position are they playing on that defense? We'll start with the defense, guys.
Well,
Check out Ian. Who's on the
they
team?
had Jerry Mays in the defensive line. They had Curly Culp. They had Buck Buchanan. They had Aaron Brown. They had Bobby Bell. They had
Yep,
Willie Lear, who incidentally was the
the
first
boys.
African American middle linebacker to play in either league. It was thought that the African American players weren't intelligent enough to be middle linebackers, but Lemire was much smarter than anybody else. They had Jim Lynch as linebacker. They had Cherry Robinson. They had
It
Jim
was like Ian.
Kearney.
Is this to you? Was that like a real like super team of some kind? Were they a super team in in that era?
The defense was as great as any defense has ever been assembled. It's comparable to the '85 Bears or the Steelers.
What
Uh,
about the purple people eaters? Remember those guys you were talking about, and
yeah,
you
they
had to
were
play
they,
them.
they were great too, but this Kansas City defense is even better. The Purple
Okay.
Leaders, I mean, their front line was fantastic with Gary Larson, Jim Marshall, Alan Page, and Carl Eller. But the Chiefs defense not only had a great front four, but they had great linebackers and secondary.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. they did have a great team back then as well, Minnesota. But we're talking about the Chiefs because that's what we're talking about tonight. Do you have anything else to say about that team, Ian? You might let the viewers, the fans, the Talk and Fight fans, the
Well,
Neil the Deal Show fans, you got anything
as
to
I
tell me
said,
about that?
it was totally insulting to the Chiefs that they were underdogs against the Vikings because, in terms of offense, their best offense player, Lenny Dawson, was a lot better than Joe Cap, who's nothing but a CFL reject.
Didn't he just
and
get in a fight with Angelo Mosca a few years ago? The
Yeah,
old
that's
man that
right. Yeah,
punched out
I saw
Mosca.
that.
Joe
And then
Kappa,
they
yeah, he
had
was a dirty one too.
their top running back, Mike Garrett, was better than Dave Osborne.
Yeah,
And Otis Taylor was a terrific wide receiver.
right.
And
Cool.
the Vikings weren't. I'm not demeaning the Vikings. They had a great team that year, but the
Right.
Chiefs,
What about the
they
coaching
would
for
have had an
Vikings
even better
back in
record
those?
if Dawson hadn't missed a lot of that year with the knee injury. And not only did he have the knee injury, he had to deal with the death of his father halfway through
Oh,
that year.
wow.
I
Oh, wow.
mean,
Guys,
as
that's
Ronnie
terrible.
Dawson said, my dad was the seventh son of a seventh son, and I was a seventh son. And it was heartbreaking to have to deal with the death of your father.
Correct.
But he could
So,
play through that.
who was the coach on that team, Ian? And
Hank
is he in the Hall
Stram,
of Fame?
he's a Hall of Fame. Yeah, Mr. Sartorial. Hank
What's his
Stram was
name?
known for his
What's his name?
sartorial. Pardon me,
What's his name?
Hank Stram.
Hank Stram. Yeah, the
You
coach.
recognize the name? He was an incredible coach for that
Ding.
team.
Ian got that one. Nice
I
one. You got
mean,
that one, Ian. I'm really impressed. You
yeah,
even know who the
and
coach is. That's awesome.
he was.
All right, guys. Well, listen, Ian, we're gonna move on with the show here. Let's talk a little bit about in the last show we talked a little bit about this fixing of game thing that I've been noticing over the last few years, and now it's getting blatantly apparent. And I'm just gonna make one statement about it.
Okay.
If you guys watched, I don't know, Ian, if you watched, I don't know. I've got a lot of calls and comments on this. The Pittsburgh versus Chargers game, the Monday nighter last week, I think it was Sunday night or whatever it was. Uh, the Chargers are up 2 touchdowns. The game's out of hand. I watched pretty much most of it because I thought this is over. And then, of course, Pittsburgh comes back, the backdoor cover, and Vegas just goes, scoop. Thanks. So beware, guys, that about this because it seems blatantly obvious to me that there is something weird going on. So we'll just move on from the fix thing. I'm just wondering about it. If you guys got any comments about that. So, Ian, we're going to talk about this week now, guys. We got a pretty big skid. 3 games tomorrow. U.S. Thanksgiving, right, Ian? Is it?
Right, that's correct. Yeah.
So who's playing? Do you know who's playing tomorrow on Thanksgiving, Ian?
Yeah, all I know is Buffalo's playing New Orleans, but I don't like taking Buffalo in either way because you're too unpredictable.
Oh, so you don't like Buffalo?
No, it's not a
Okay,
question of that. They're unpredictable. I don't like
right.
betting on them
Yeah, they
one way or
are.
another.
With the 9-6 loss to Jacksonville last
Yeah,
week at home was a complete
the Colts.
debauchery. Complete and utter debauchery. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
it was.
totally I'm totally blown away. I can't even believe it, Ian, to be honest with you. So
Hmm.
this is another thing we're talking about the fixing. I don't know what's going on with this, but anyways, they should not have lost that game. What were they favored last week? Were they not, Ian?
They should. The Colts, a mediocre team, and Bills were supposed to be Super Bowl contenders. It should have been a fairly easy victory.
They should have rumbled and stumbled and bumbled them.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't. I can't comprehend or understand it at all.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. So, we're going to move on to the picks. Guys, we always have our picks. Last week, I didn't fare so well. It was a really weird week. I mean, I've been having a great year. Literally, Ian, I've been having a great year. Ask any of my friends. We've
I
been
believe
doing some really big stuff, right? And
too.
last week, I think I went 1 for 3 on my picks. And the long shot was Tennessee, who lost outright. So that was
Yeah,
terrible.
I understand what you're
I,
saying.
I
Yeah.
was I was blown away. So this week we're going to talk a little bit about the picks that I better get my act together with this one. So let's give it a shot.
Sure.
So this week I'm liking Ian don't like it. The Bills New Orleans game, I'm going to take it over. Take it over 45. I like it as an over, Ian. I don't really
Dallas
like
and New
the money
Orleans.
line. I don't like the spread, but I like the over in that game. So I'm taking
Well,
the Bills.
if you could, who are the two teams?
Yeah. Well, I'm
Dallas.
taking the over in on that one. I am. Now, I'm also taking, guys, these are my three big ones. Pittsburgh in Cincinnati playing the Bengals. Take the Bengals minus 4.5. I like Cincy, what they've been doing this year.
Yeah.
That quarterback Burrow's been amazing. Chase obviously has been amazing, and
Mhm.
I'm looking for big things this weekend out of Cincy. Pittsburgh again. I don't know what to tell you. Last week was weird, and they got a chance. Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh, but
Mhm.
Bennett's just got a little too old, so we'll move on for that. And the last game I'm liking is Seattle versus Washington. I'm taking Washington minus one. That's the Monday nighter, and those are my three picks. Guys, I hope you win some money on those. Now, the long shot, we do the long shot, whatever. The only one that makes sense to me is taking the Jets. The Jets in Houston, take the Jets plus 2.5. I like the Jets in the long shot game. And those are my predictions, guys. Hopefully you have fun. Now, Ian, we need Ian's predictions. So, Ian, let me have it.
Well, I like the 49ers to defeat the Vikings. Um,
This is on the money line, Ian, straight up.
I like Cincinnati to beat Pittsburgh.
So you like that one
And
like me, minus four and a
yeah,
half.
the Jets, Houston, are the Jets at home?
No, Houston. Jets versus Houston.
That's a tough one because they're neither
Well,
team
do
is.
you have? I mean, there's other games, Ian. You can pick any games you like. You don't have to pick
What
the
what
same
what
ones as
other
me.
games are there? If you could name them to me, I don't have them.
Well, there's all kinds of games, Ian. All kinds.
Yeah, sure. But you could name one
All
of
right,
them.
hold on. We're gonna go through it here quick with Ian. Get her going, Ian. Let's see what you got to say. So, guys, like I say, this is the first time I've had a guest on my NFL show, and it's Ian the Savant Hendry. Thanks for coming out. We're just talking a little Sunday football with Ian, a little bit of the past, a little bit of the future, and all kinds of stuff. So it's been great. We're just going to go through the lineup, see what Ian thinks of. I don't think he looked at the lineup. He just liked San Fran. You always like San Fran, don't you, Ian?
And Oakland, who are now the Vegas Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Ian. Let's see what you got tonight, bud. All right, Atlanta, Jacksonville. Atlanta minus two.
Actually, I go with Jacksonville because Atlanta has been absolutely putrid the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, there you go. Jets, Houston, Ian. You were saying the Jets. You like them?
Yeah,
Minus
I
two
like.
and a half.
If you like the Jets, I
Oh,
like the
sorry.
Jets.
Houston's minus 2.5. We made a mistake here. Oh, I thought the Jets were plus 2.5. Yeah, the Jets are plus 2.5. Hello, hello.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you like the Jets like me? Tennessee, New England. New England
New
minus
England,
6.5.
New England has been playing great football.
New England's been killing it.
Yeah,
Tampa, Indy. Tampa minus three.
Tampa, I'd go with them. Yeah,
All right. Carolina, Miami. Carolina minus two.
Miami might upset them.
Well, let's go. What do you think, Ian? We don't have all night.
I'm going with Miami to
All
upset
right.
them.
He likes Miami. Take him. You like the oranges, eh? All right. Good. LA Chargers, Denver Broncos. Chargers minus 2.5, Ian.
I'll go with the Chargers.
Okay. Vikings, 49ers. We know he likes the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Minus three. Rams, Packers. Rams minus one.
Go with the Packers. It's in Green Bay. They're playing Green Bay.
They are playing in Green Bay.
Yeah, I'll go with the Packers then.
You like the Packers. All right.
Yes.
Cleveland, Baltimore, minus 3.5. Baltimore at home.
Who are they playing?
Cleveland at Baltimore in Baltimore.
I'll go with the Ravens.
You like the Ravens.
Yeah,
And the Monday
they're at
Nighter,
home.
again, I think we just talked about it, is going to be Seattle, Washington.
That's a tough. Washington's at home. I go with
Yeah.
our Washington team. Why
You
they?
like the Washington football team? They don't even have a name, Ian. What would
Well,
you
yeah.
call the Washington team? What's the new name for Washington if you were the owner?
Okay, I'll go with Seattle then.
Oh, he changed his bet because he doesn't know the name of the team. Is that what happened?
Yeah, that.
No, I'm trying
Why
to
don't
say, do
we
you
go back to
know
the Redskins?
what would you like to call them? The Redskins again?
Yeah, why not?
That's what I
Why?
say.
Why
I'm
is
right
that
on it, Ian.
offensive to
Thanks.
anybody?
Right on. So those are our picks. Ian just went through the whole gambit here with you. I mean, I asked him for 3, and he gave you what he felt like. So, Ian, it's been a blast. I really appreciate you coming out, and hope to see you again real soon, Ian. Thanks for all the insight on the my team, the biggest, the best, the baddest, Kansas
Yes.
City Chiefs.
Thank you,
69,
Neil,
Hank
for giving me
Stram.
this opportunity. It was a real pleasure and privilege. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ian. And guys, stay tuned. Talkandfight.com's got to thank you. Neil the Deal Show thanks you. And we're going to be faster, furious here. Is that a word? Crazier, nuttier, whatever. NHL on Friday. Ian might come out on Friday. Is that correct, Ian? We might get you on the NHL show on Friday.
Well, I'm not that knowledgeable about the NHL, to be honest with you.
How about the Leafs? You know anything about the Leafs?
I'm rooting for them. That's what
We're
I
all
know.
rooting for the Leafs, Ian, man. You're awesome.
I
Right
want
on,
them to
guys.
win
Thanks for
every
coming out.
game.
Ian, thanks for coming out again. God bless you all.
Thank
Get
you.
better, not bitter. We'll see you on Friday, 8 p.m. Neil the Deal. I'm out.
Okay.
Take it easy,
Have a
guys.
good night. Thank you.